stand up, we gon' make some moves tonight. Yeah, stand up, got something to prove tonight. So stand up, we ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We ain't gonna stall, never stop. We gon' make it all till it's out. We ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright.
Hey folks, what is going on? And welcome to the 2026 Major League Soccer season. My name is Scott Schertzen. I cover NYCFC. Alongside me is Mr. Kyle Krieger, who basically is a photographer for us for the Philadelphia Union, displaying that hat. And joining us from the outside on this one, running Hardcore Sports, and someone who is more familiar with the football that the Americans know than the football known by the rest of the world, Mr. Mitch Kofsky. We are going to be breaking down the kits today for the 2026 season. We'll be ranking them, we'll be talking about them, and we'll be displaying our opinions. So what's going to happen in this case here is we're going to be looking at every single kit for the 2026 season in alphabetical order. Doesn't matter if it's West, doesn't matter if it's East. We're going to go alphabetical on this. I will also include in the description the timestamp for each team. So if you have a specific team that you want to know about, take a look. It's going to be in there, quick and easy to find. So, gentlemen, are we ready?
Let's do this.
Okay.
Let's go.
So, right out of the gate, we are starting with Austin FC. Now, Austin FC is running with the typical green that they usually have. They have the Yeti logo, as they often do. I personally have never really been a big fan of the Yeti logo, but you know what? It is what it is. Basically, because Yeti constantly bombards me with spam ads for coolers and everything like this, and I cannot get rid of these spam ads, so they show up 2 or 3 times a week, regardless of what I try and do. So I'm already biased against Yeti to begin with. Do you guys have any opinion on this jersey, though?
Well, in regards to the Yeti, my opinion of the Yeti symbol determines on how much they want to send me. Otherwise, I do like the light blue line color scheme. I actually that's a nice that is a good old school kit design. I love the color scheme. It may be kind of hard to notice while they're playing the color scheme, but honestly, I think it's a good baseline. So okay. I would give that one either a C+ or just a straight up B.
Okay. Mitch, how about yourself?
So for me, I like the black lines next to above the shoulders. I really think that stands out. I really like the light blue as well. Now, if you're like really up high in the stadium and you're looking down, you're like, what color is that? I really can't see. What color is that? So for me, I'm going to give this a C.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this a C.
Okay. I can get behind a C on this one specifically, just because of the fact that, Austin is one of those teams that's still trying to find identity a little bit. So it has been struggling a fair bit. It's a little overshadowed, I think, also in Texas in general, just with all the other teams that are out there. Dallas, Houston, the Houston Texans, all the other teams that are out there. I think it struggles a little bit to find its own identity, but I'm down for that. I have no problem with that one. So, next up on the list. Yeah, by the way, are we good on that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I said, I'd be fine either C or B, however we wanted to adjust it.
Okay. Next up, we have Atlanta United. Okay. Atlanta, in this case here, is the most popular team in Major League Soccer. They have had cases where they've actually outdrawn the Atlanta Falcons, which is really, really impressive when you think about a soccer team that's able to do that. Atlanta right now is coming off a brutal season last year, one and done with former MLS coach champion in Ronnie Dyla, which really makes you kind of figure, okay, the team's going to have to do something better and basically be on the ride back. But jersey-wise, do you like it? Last year it was very heavy on the stripes on this. There was a lot of red in there. But what do you guys think in this one?
Yeah, I'll start with this one again. Personally, I love the color scheme of the gold and the teal. I think that's a fantastic combination, and the asymmetric layout is something that you don't really see in many other sports. Usually, you get like something like very, very symmetric, like a very standard or like a tessellation design. It's like, but no, soccer kits have this trend of it's like, okay, you have like half, like one side has a design while the other side is different. Like it has like an asymmetric style to it, which I do like. So I'm actually going to give this one a B.
Okay.
Solid B. I was going to say, if we're given if we're having like the previous one as a C, I actually view this one a little bit better. So I'm going to put this one up to a B.
Fair enough. Mitch, how about yourself?
So for me, I really like this one. I really like the green. It really stands out. The gold really pops out for me. And I really like the green on the sleeve right there, like at the elbow. Yeah. So for me, I'm going to give this one, you know what? I'm going to give this one an A.
Okay.
Because they're better than Atlanta Falcons. So I'm going to give this one an A for that.
That's fair.
Yeah, that actually kind of surprises me with them being like one of the more popular soccer franchises, like over Miami or NYC or NYCFC or the Red Bulls or LA Galaxy. Yeah. Really?
The two most popular teams in MLS right now, as far as like ticket sales and on average attendance, is, believe it or not, it's Atlanta. Charlotte's usually in there. Seattle's in there, but Charlotte for a while also was another team that used to outdraw the Panthers. They side by side, apples to apples on home openers. Atlanta United, I forget, I think it was 2 years ago. Atlanta United versus the Falcons and the Panthers versus Charlotte. The MLS teams outdrew, in a lot of in the stadium itself, the NFL their NFL counterparts.
I was going to say, and they don't play in the NFL stadiums, right? Or do they?
Charlotte does.
Okay. So, wow. So then you get the direct. You actually get a direct comparison there.
Yes,
that's
awesome. Apples to apples on that. Now, granted, the Panthers kind of sucked basically a couple years ago.
Oh, so did the Falcons, but
that's true. But yeah, the fact, I mean, the league was all over that one because it's like, we outdrew it. Take this.
Hey, if that happens, by all means, flaunt that.
Yes, when you got it, flaunt it.
Yep. I was going to say, do they outdraw the basketball teams?
They probably do, yes. Actually, I don't know the numbers on that one.
It's because I know the Atlanta Braves.
They outdraw the Charlotte baseball team, yes.
Charlotte baseball team, I think, is a minor league team.
Yeah, I know.
I was about to say, wait a minute, but no,
Braves,
but like
I don't know about the Braves.
Like the basketball teams, because you got the Charlotte Hornets again.
Sure.
So you got that,
but Charlotte's pretty mid there too. So,
or formerly the Bobcats, now the Hornets.
Yes.
Well, Charlotte Hornets are really
Hornets, Bobcats,
right
Hornets. I am kind of glad that they brought the naming back as a side non sequitur.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, no, I would give that jersey personally. I would give it a B.
Okay. And yeah, Mitch, you said A. I'll go B myself. So I think the majority will have to rule on.
Yeah. Or we just average it out.
I like it better than last year, though. I 100% like it better than last year.
Coming from a guy who doesn't watch soccer, I'm fine with it. Being on man out, I'm perfectly fine.
Fair. All right. Moving on now to FC Cincinnati, the team in the southwest part of Ohio. This is a team that is perpetually close every single year, suffers heartbreak at the end. Added Evander last season, which was a bit of a surprise, and he had a little bit of a rough start, I think, but really started to pick it up. And a team that is statistically always in the running come October to basically get a decent playoff spot. In this case here, the Mercy Health, they're still running for the most part with that orange and white style with a little bit of blue. I personally do like the road stripe down the middle a little bit there. They're sticking with the main colors. I got no issues. I'll go B. How about you?
Mitch, you could start this one this time.
Okay. I like the design. I like the lines in the middle. That really stands out to me. Mercy Health, okay, that's there. It doesn't really suit me, though, so I'm going to give this one a C.
All right.
Honestly, it's like, it feels like more like a style that you would see from a team based in either SoCal or Arizona or New Mexico, which... Even with the Mercy Health, even with the symbol next to Mercy Health, I'm like, that is very much that's something that you would see more in the Southwest. So having it as attached to FC Cincy, that kind of it's like, don't get me wrong, the design's nice. I'm not sure if it suits the team, but that being said, as someone who's covered the Union, yeah,
we'll get to the Union in a minute. I got some.
As someone who covers the Union and how Cincy usually kicks the crap out of us,
that's valid.
But it's like, yeah. But that being said, I'm like, The design's nice. But I put it more at like a C.
All right. Mitch, what'd you say?
C.
You said C. All right. I said B, but you know what? Again, majority rules. I can
personally, I think that they should have used more blue.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
All right. I can work with that in this case.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now we're moving on to, since we just mentioned Charlotte, we're moving on to Charlotte. Crowns are using mostly the same style that they've had previously, the same sort of baby blue and white approach, same logo, same sponsor in this case. I'm not overly. I mean, it works. I mean, it's their jersey, it's their style. They're not going over the top too much with it. They got a little more up top here in the neck area, but they're kind of just staying with the same. So I'll go B.
I got B as well
for
this one.
For the, it's like I love the blue, but it is a very. I'd say that's just just a solid. It's just a solid color with a little bit of white. I'm like, it doesn't feel like they really put much effort into the design. Like at least Cincy has like the design. Atlanta has the asymmetric design. Like at least it felt like it was more than just a paint fill on in Illustrator. So and yeah, it's like no, I'm giving that it.
Wow, you're really this is a tough one for you.
Well, it's between D or C.
Ooh.
And it's like I don't really want to give it. I don't really want to give it a D because, like I said, it's just standard solid color. There, like it doesn't even have like the collar on it. I'm like, come on. At least it is very much a standard kit design, which it's a shame because I love the colors. Like I love the colors, so I'll give it a C minus.
Mitch, what'd you say?
I forget what I said, so I'm gonna go with the C.
All right, C it is. Oop. C it is. There we go. All right. Now, speaking of polos in this case, since you haven't mentioned that one, we're moving on to the Chicago Fire, staying with the same red, staying with the same Carvana. Collar is a little bit different in this case, so I'm curious to get your thoughts there. I think some people like it, some people don't. I'm more in the the category of not being too crazy about it. I feel it's a little too, I don't know, something you almost like wear to work on a casual Friday.
I personally love the collars on soccer jerseys, like the polo style. It's like you don't really see that in any other sport aside from rugby. But it's if it has like the collar or like some sort of collar design that's not just like a little standard circle neck or V neck, that's a bonus point. But
I bought at Old Navy like 20 years ago.
It kind of does, but it does have it. Unfortunately, it does fall into the solid color problem that I kind of about. So honestly, I'd pop that into I'd give that one a C plus because at least it cuts it in half rather than just on the arms, and it has like the little shoulder thing. All of them have the little shield on the chest, which is nice. But the red and white's nice. My coworker's probably going to hate me for giving it as low as I am, but I'd say that's a C plus.
All right, Mitch. And by the way, Mitch, you're leading off on the next one, so.
All good. So for me, I'm gonna give it. I really like the color.
You do. Okay.
I really like the color. So
polo in the stripe.
Yeah, and I don't know if I told you guys this. I'm a Nike guy, so whenever I see Adidas, I'm like, ew.
Yeah, well.
So
corporate sponsorship.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this one. I really like the color. I'm gonna give this one an A. And this color really stands out for me.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, splitting the difference on a B on that one?
Sure.
Cool. All right, B it is. Okay. What do we have next? All right, Mitch. In this case here, I believe we're going with the Colorado Rapids next. Colorado's been a team that has been a little up and down. They've had good seasons, but they can't really draw the fan base that well. And I feel that from a fan base perspective, I think they really deserve better. But what do you think about the jersey?
They can't draw fans, you were saying?
Yeah, the fan base is pretty light on this one.
So it must be because of the jersey they're drawing them away. So for me, I'm not a fan of this one at all. It's like very plain. There's nothing really impressive to me about this, so I'm gonna give this one a D.
Ooh.
I'm not liking this one at all.
All right, Kyle.
It's a solid color thing that I'm kind of about, but I do like how the collar is a very much a contrast.
Yes.
Plus, it has the shoulder design, so that keeps it from being a D. So I'm gonna give it a high C, or not high C, but I give it a medium C because their color scheme is actually one of my favorite combinations, but unfortunately they don't utilize it. So I'm like, oh, you could have done better with the color scheme that you had. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the dark. I do enjoy if there is a solid color, I'd rather it be something like this. But yeah, let's see.
Now, see, in this case, I actually really do dig this. You mentioned the collar. I like the collar. I like the color contrast on that. I feel that also the logo, that off red, kind of I think also stands out a little bit more, which is something I'm fond of. And for what it's worth, is that mauve?
I guess.
I don't know.
I thought it's like a purpley red.
Okay, I'll go with purpley red. I failed art, so what do I know? Yeah, by the way, I'm the editor of the stuff too, so that'll be great for that. But like I said, I like the way it comes out. I like the logo area, the sponsorship in the middle because I feel it pops a little bit. I'm not big on necessarily the logo popping, but I like the way the color contrast is there. I would actually go an A on this, but I know I'm going to be outvoted here. So, do you want to stick to a C on that one?
Well, I was gonna say average it out. Like so an S would be a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and whatever the average number is, we'll go with that.
Oh.
Making you do math.
It's okay.
So what did you do?
I went A. He went CD.
So 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 divided by 3. What's that?
2 2.25.
2-ish. So that would be a C. That would be a C.
All right, C it is. Okay.
I love how I'm the guy that brought it down.
Well, no, I picked C as well. I picked C.
I know, but
one of these kids
if I picked the C, it would have been different.
Hey, everyone has their preferences. That's the point of this.
And this one, I would say this one will probably be a little interesting on this as well, because when it comes to Columbus, it's the same yellow and black pretty much every single year on this one. It's pretty simple. It's pretty basic. I don't feel it really stands out too much on this. So I like Columbus, I like, it was like Malty Amundsen. I like, Wilfred Nancy when he was over there. I was a fan of a personal emotional tie, but not really that big of a fan to the jersey itself, the kit itself. So I got to go C.
Given there are some other jerseys that are pretty much the exact same color scheme almost, I'm like, yeah. Like I said, bonus points for the collar. Has the shoulders, has the arm differentiation, but I'm gonna stay consistent. I'm giving it's like the neon yellow is nice, but it still feels like way too simple. So I'm giving it low C, if not D.
Ooh, Mitch.
Ouch. So for me, I'm going to be the exact opposite.
Okay.
So for me, yellow was my favorite color growing up, so I kind of have a soft spot for that. I really like how yellow, it brightens up. It kind of goes well with the black, in my opinion. So I'm going to give this one a B.
Okay, so we got a B, C, and a D, I think is what we got on this, right?
Yep. So 3, 4, 5, 6 divided by 3, that's 2.
Yeah.
That is a borderline CD.
I got to go C. I don't want to really get, I'm going to say this deliberately this way. I really don't want to give anyone the D.
I don't want to, but hey, no, it's granted. It's like if anything was a D, this would probably be one of them.
Like I said, I got to find this for the team, but
yeah, it's like this one, like Charlotte. There's a couple others that I see coming up that are kind of but yeah, but no. If anything was a D, this would be one of them.
All right. Well,
it's just too simple.
Low NC on that one. Okay. Now, FC Dallas. This feels like something you would have bought in Old Navy 25 years ago. The horizontal stripes, that was a thing back then. By the way, also horizontal stripes are not as slimming for a plus size person like myself. So I'm going to basically dislike it on that front. I'll go C.
I have yet to see a plus size soccer player.
So seen plus size coaches on occasion.
Yes. Well, fine. If say
it's not good for the fans who want to wear it. That's the problem.
Yeah. So. Oh, but yeah. So. But yeah, fine. If Andy Reid decides to switch over to soccer, then we'll complain about that. But right now, this kit does feel very much Euro soccer style, because I see lot of kits like this when it comes to like Premier League or Bundesliga or whatever, or however you want to pronounce, however the appropriate way to pronounce it is. Please correct me in the comments. Bundesliga. Yeah. So. Or La Liga, whichever. But this is a very, very common standard soccer kit. So I would give this. I give this a B. Okay. It's a classic design, good color scheme. It's like I like the. It's like has the good shoulders, good edge of the sleeves. So and you can still read the logo. So. Yeah, no, I'll give this one a B.
All right.
I'm right there with Kyle. I'm going to give this one a B as well. It's got that classic vibes. Yeah, B for me.
And it's better than a solid color.
Okay.
It depends on what the color is.
So B wins.
B's have it.
B's have it. B's have it. All right. So
I just want to know which one is going to get A.
I'm looking at the ones down here. There's a bunch of A's down
here. There will be A's for me. A's or even S's on this one for me later on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
But now we're going East Coast. We're going to DC United, running with the black and the red.
It just all starts with solid colors, and
it does. Yeah, I mean,
it really does.
It's pretty straightforward. It's got the red, the red in the top, and guidehouse in the middle with the white. Straightforward, a little surprising because you think DC would have a little more red, white, and blue, maybe.
No, DC United has always had the solid black color.
It's just a weird thing in my head that you just think
since their inception.
I know none of the DC teams ever do. The Commanders / whatever you want to call them.
Before Philly got a team, I rooted for DC because I liked their color schemes.
Fair.
It's like I do like the black color scheme. It's just solid color. Come on, throw a stripe in there somewhere, or a zigzag on the bottom. Just give me something to work with here.
All right. So in this case, I'll let you guys grade first. What do you think?
C.
I will start the next one, by the way.
C, and it pains me to say.
Okay. Mitch?
Black and red was always that combination growing up as a kid for me, that you would mix everything. It's like an art class. I would always pick black and red. I don't know why. I just thought it was the coolest thing in the world at the time. So for this, I'm going to give this a B. I love the combo.
It's funny. You just reminded me of something. Kyle, I'm not sure, Mitch, you guys did this, but when I was in Cub Scouts, we used to have the Pinewood Derby. And my very first Pinewood Derby car actually was black and red. And it's a repressed memory from 1980, God knows what at this point, that I just remembered right now. So basically, I like the jersey. I got a couple member berries going on right now. I will go B. Are we cool with B?
If you guys are, sure. Yep. I was going to say, I've been outvoted from the two Bs to a C. And if it's like something like that, we go with the higher. But yeah,
believe in the republic and democracy.
Yep. Yeah, but it's like, yeah, I the reason I gave it a C is because I feel that they could do so much more with it.
They could add a little extra in there, which is
a little bit of flair. Just all we need is like that maybe a little stripe, like diagonal stripe on the side, maybe some arm designs, just something that's more than. It's like, don't get me wrong, it's a good standard. It's not awful, which awful would be D or less, but I feel that, like, don't get me wrong, it's a fine color scheme. And solid. It's like you can't really go wrong with the solid color. It's just you want to get at least something going, which
Fair.
we will go into when we see some of the later ones. To what I mean.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to start this next one off. Right out of the gate, I'm going to get some hate on this one. I hate this kit. I hate Inter Miami's kit. Listen, Inter Miami is a badass team. With everybody that they got there, Allende being added back in, he was an unsung player last year because obviously he was over, he flew under the radar with everything with Lionel Messi. That team, as strong as they were last year, they are going to be a stronger team this year. Whatever they do in June or July, don't worry about it, because what they do in October and November is going to really be something that, they could be a better team than last year. Having said that, I really hate this kit. This is just, it's flat. It's too simple. The pink, you want to run pink, that's fine. I got no problem with that. It just feels it almost feels like an iron-on shirt. Like one of those things that your mom would put on like a one-color t-shirt. And to me, it's just really flat. So I am going to say my first D on this one.
So you're not going to give it a D? You're just going to say it's a D?
I'm going to say it's a D because I don't want to piss off the Miami fans by saying I'm giving it the D.
No,
but look at the team is going to kick ass. I'll say that, but I'm just not a big fan of the jersey.
All right. If you could, you go.
I'll go. So for me on this one, Inter Miami, you got Messi. That's the only soccer I know in MLS, so I'll take it. But look, they don't go to see the uniforms for this one. They go see Messi, so they don't really care about what they're wearing. So for me, I'm going to give this.
It needs more pink. That's all I'm saying. Sure.
I'm with you there. I'm with you there. The collar. So I would give this one. You know what? I'll give this one a B.
Ooh, okay.
It has. I like the collar, but I do agree with Scott. It is very much it. Even with like the logos of the other solid color ones, this one feels flat, and they don't even really do anything with the sleeves, and that is kind of depressing. So I would give this. This is another one of the ones that I would rank. Like I would rank this lower than Columbus. Or
are we saying D for
I'm saying D for this one.
Mitch, are you okay making this the first D?
Hey, which is a shame because I like the neon pink. I really do. I think that's even with the the neon pink works well with the black.
Yes,
but it's so boring. It is literally a black shirt with
I've been outvoted, so
that's it. So I'm going So it's like I gotta.
So wait, there's no F on this one?
D is the lowest we're gonna get.
F would mean F would lose our credentials.
I don't know. You know what it is. I just grabbed one of the tier list ones that already had a preset like grade template. I didn't actually sit there and be like, break this thing down.
If we need to add an F category, we will.
I think we could just basically we're like 10 in at this point. We still haven't even put an A or an S yet.
Nope. Well, like I said, if we're going alphabetically, I'm looking at the sheet here. I'm like,
we will be. Oh, there will definitely be A's and S's on this.
Oh,
one.
Yeah.
I already know like at least 2.
Stay tuned. But yeah. So.
All right. So now we're flipping over to both LA teams, starting with the LA Galaxy, running with the black and the gold as they've been, usually over the years. It works. It's not, it doesn't really like strike me. It doesn't have a lot of excitement to it. Weirdly enough, I think the LA Galaxy has more punch. But as far as this goes, I go C. But what do you guys think?
I'll start with this one.
C for me.
Okay. Personally, it's like this is sort of the thing I mean. It's like, it's mostly a solid color, but you could have like a little design on it to spice it up a little bit. So this automatically will go higher than what I feel most of the solid color jerseys are. I do like the black and gold. That is a great color combination. Like I said, this is what I mean by this is what you should do if instead of just a plain boring solid color. Mm-hmm. So I would give this one a B.
All right. Mitch, how about yourself, sir?
I said C.
You did say C. That's right. Yeah.
But I-
So 2 C's and a B, that's
C,
fine.
senor.
2 C's and a B, that's fine.
All right.
C, senor.
There we go. C it is.
It is perfectly viable either spot, but the reason I give that one a little bump up is because it does have some sort of a design, but I would put it kind of like in the same area as say as the Yeti one and Cincinnati, maybe a little higher because I do actually like the pattern on it.
Fair. You know, it's funny. I'm looking at the Inter Miami one on the tier list here, and it really the black shows a lot on the image itself. On the, because the image that I've got is a pink background.
Yeah,
it stands out there. But when it's on you're on the grass and everything, it's just like I said, it's just so flat.
Yeah.
But I know I keep coming back to Miami on this.
Well, I was gonna say it's like I'm looking at all the images that you got here, and the list that we're looking at. The list that we're looking at is kind of flat, but that one has the lighting, like the Charlotte one. It is just plain old powder blue and white, while yours has that has some depth to it.
Yeah. It's like the editors are like, oh, we got to make this look better. All right, LA Galaxy. Again, sticking with the same.
I feel like this is just a Inter Miami hate.
Nope. I'm not hating this one. It's just
listen, that team has been phenomenal since Messi came into the league. And there's right now they have almost from a Vegas odd perspective, almost as close as the Dodgers have to winning the World Series as far as winning the MLS.
Which is funny because it's like they still lose a good number of games.
But you know what it is? It's about whether you choose to, when you're going to pace yourself. What games are you willing to lose in a long season?
Yep.
And especially with World Cup, it's going to be an even longer season now.
Yep.
And also, if you want to basically talk about the sprint season next year, you've got that kicking off too with 14 games. So it is going to be a very crushing 2 years for this entire MLS league, starting basically with the beginning of the year, because they're going to be running almost nonstop till the end of November or end of May next year.
If you're a soccer fan, it's going to be an interesting year. If you're a soccer fan,
yeah.
So but yeah, it's like. And we could just wait till can't wait till we see the Union get a comeback against their B squad like what happened a year or so ago.
Dude, it's a marathon. Yeah, that is going to happen now. They're going to pace themselves out because Messi, as great as he is, he's no spring chicken.
Well, no, I remember it was a year or so ago where it was Miami versus the Union. The Miami, because half their team was doing international stuff. It was like no Messi, no like none of their big names were there, and Union goes up 1 or 2-0 in the first half, and then they lose 3-2 or 3-1.
Yeah,
it's just like, are you kidding me?
All right, so in this one, basically LA Galaxy. Let's go with the LA Galaxy on this. Mitch, I'll let you start off in this case because I haven't had you start off lately. What do you think about this one, sir?
If I'm looking at the right one here. I got
the Herbalife one.
It's the Herbalife.
Yeah, I gotta figure that.
Herbalife.
I gotta figure that one. I like it, man. I like it. I really like the color schemes there. You can barely see the sponsor there, which is kind of cool. So, wait, am I looking at the right one?
I don't know. Are you?
It's the one I'm looking at is from the from the link that was sent.
Yeah, I'm looking at the right one, but I lost track of where
it's the one next to BMO.
Going. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
right.
I was looking at another one. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. What's the Herbalife?
Yeah. Yep. This is coming from a guy who doesn't watch soccer, so bear with me here. So for that, you know what? This makes a lot more sense for being a Galaxy one. So I like this one. This one might have to be an A for me.
Ooh.
I'm going A.
All right.
It's got that space vibe for me. A.
I think it's a nice classic style, as with the one that's the stripes across, where the one that kind of looks like a sash or like a diagonal going down. Those are always that's like a nice classic standard design. I would give this a high B.
Okay. I think we're going to get our first A on this one because you mentioned the color scheme. Yeah, the fact that it's more of a sash style and diagonal versus so many of the other ones that aren't. I like that approach. I like that style of it.
It's also unique compared to all the other ones.
That's the word. Yes, thank you.
It's
And
unique compared to the other MLS kits that we see here.
So yeah, I'm fine with an A on that one. Kudos, we finally got an A out here. Yay! All right, Houston Dynamo. They're sticking with the usual blue and orange right now. They're going, in this case with the kit again, they're going with the same style, basically where they're being a little more exploratory, a little more risk acceptance on the look of it. I like it. I like the blue on one side and on the one shoulder, orange on the other. I can go B. You know what? I'll go A on this one.
Oh, okay. Back to back.
I'm going high B myself because it's like I said, the colors work really well. I love how it like just blends like back and forth throughout, and I like the pattern on it. So I think it's done really, really well. The only downside is like you can't really read anything on it. It's very hard to read.
That's true.
So that's kind of a knock. So you would need to have some better contrast for that, especially if they want to show off whoever their advertiser is.
Yeah, it's
but then again, at the advertiser's always the straight up advertisement on the dead center of the jersey has always been kind of a for me being a baseball fan. But
it's the league.
I know it's just how that's just how it is. But yeah, honestly, I would say I'd give this on a high B.
All right, Mitch.
I'm gonna go with the. You know what, Scott? I'm with you.
Hey.
I feel like I'm Canadian.
Hey. Dude, you're Fonzie. You're Fonzie.
I'm a Jewish Canadian.
There you go.
All right. So, it's just like, yeah, I really like this one. It really makes it pop out. I don't know why. It makes it feel like it pops out more than the others.
Sure. It's a little more daring, I think is the word I'd use. Yeah,
that's a good word.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So now we got 2 back-to-back A's as we move on to the Minnesota United. Right out of the chute, I will have to say this. They need to get a better logo in the middle. If you want to Target as your sponsor, fine. But, dude, it is literally a target on your chest.
Where to kick the ball.
Dude, I'm not going to go into that part of it. It's one of the things that I think a lot of basically people in MLS and probably the United fans as well are like, yeah, can we get a better logo in the middle?
Target.
But having said that, the color scheme is nice. Like I said, you got that blue going on. You got that, I guess, off-white, lighter blue. But also you sort of have a sash going on down the middle, which if you look carefully, you can see it. So we're back to the sash again. I like that part of it. I am willing to try and go with an A on this one as well, despite the fact that there's a giant, a giant target on your chest.
Honestly, I love the design of this jersey. It has like the pattern, and it's like negative. It's a negative space sash, which I really think is cool, and it covers both the logo, as silly as the target is, and you could also see the shield really well out of it too. Like that. That was a fantastic design choice. I actually would say this is a high A, if not S, for me.
Ooh, Mitch, what do you think?
This is one of my favorite designs.
That's like one of my favorites too. But you know what the target reminds me of? Have you guys ever been to Florida in the Men in Black ride? And you're shooting the target trying to kill the alien?
I have not.
That's what it reminds me of. So
it's target. People throw snowballs at it.
Well, if you're a Philly fan, you throw snowballs at Santa Claus.
If you're a Philly fan, you throw a battery at it.
With Santa Claus.
We throw batteries. We throw Santa. We also dumped popcorn on Russell Westbrook. So it's just like, I'm going to give this one an S.
All right. So we got our first S.
All right.
It's funny. We started out with the first dozen or so having nothing in the A-B category. And now we got 2 A's and an S.
As we said, if we're going alphabetically, the alphabetical is kind of starting, but then it just finishes strong.
Yeah. And like I said, that sash is you got to really look into that. Because it's the naked eye, you don't necessarily see, but if you look deep, and it's impressive.
Yep.
They just, again, at the end of the day, they need a better logo in the middle.
Wait, so we did 1 A and 2 S's?
No, we've done 2 A's and an S.
Oh, I thought it was an A and 2 S's.
No, we may have more S's coming up. At least I think so. But
up next.
All right. Yes. Moving on at this point, we're going north of the border for the first time. Club de Foot Montreal. CF Montreal, staying with the light blue, staying with the white. the team has struggled over the course of the last few years. It's been tough up there in this case. Having said that, I do like the fact that it kind of has a wave going, so it's a little bit more blue down in the bottom. Overall, I think it's solid. It stays within the its approach. I think it could use a little more, maybe like a third color, maybe up on the shoulders or in the collar area. But I'll give this a B.
Personally, I love this. I like this. This is like I like this design. It has stripes, but rather than just solid color, it's basically a pattern that they went through for the stripe, which is I think gives a really cool look to it. Now this one is another personal favorite of mine. So I love what they did, and like with like the digital style pattern that I think that was a very good choice as well. I'm giving this one an A+.
All right.
If not
Mitch?
S. If not
I'm going to give this one, you know what? Back-to-back S's for me. Back-to-back S's. I just like, the color really stands out to me. The one thing I may say, if you put like a black outline around it to make it pop a little more, I may go higher than an S. But I'm sticking with an S here. I freaking love this.
Okay, so we have an S, an A, and a B. So A is going to win this one right out.
Yeah, I said a high A. So if we need to bump it up to an S, I would have no problem with that. But that's up to you guys.
I threw a B, so I screwed everything up for you guys.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
But yeah, I know you got the first Canadian one there. So from there, we actually head basically back down to Florida. Orlando is doing the same approach they usually have with their gold, with their purple. First team, I think, is using purple on this list so far, which is nice. Pretty basic for the most part, but I don't know. I think it just needs a little more.
It's better than a boring solid color because there is a pattern behind it. But and it has good contrast. You can read the logos. You can see the shield far enough. Good shoulder parts, good sleeve parts, but mostly solid color, even with that little. But like I said, it does have that little extra pattern to it. I give it a C+.
All right. Mitch, how about yourself?
I'll give this one a B-. So I'm like you know what? I'm gonna go with Kyle, C+. I'm gonna go with that one. I like it, but I feel like this needs something more to me. So it's missing something.
What do you got, Scott?
I got to go C. Like I said, it's close.
C's all around.
I think if it had a little more purple in there, I think it would stand out a little more. But I think part of the problem is we have so many yellow and golds to begin with that just kind of gets overshadowed by Nashville, by Columbus. And they're one of the old teams in the league that actually has purple. Run with that, stand out, show it, showcase that.
Like they could have stenciled the pattern in the back with some purple.
Yeah,
absolutely. No, that I agree with.
And that's where I think the problem is for Orlando in this case. When they run their purple kits, dude, I love that thing. Just throw a little more purple in this one, man.
Yeah.
But speaking of yellow, Kyle, if you want to start this off, Nashville, staying with the usual, they typically
that one. It's like it's the same thing as I said with Columbus. It's just standard yellow color. It might have like a little accent behind it, kind of like Orlando does, but it's even more subtle. Like the black and yellow, like the dark blue and yellow contrast, I think is good. But like with Orlando, I'm giving this a C.
Fair, Mitch.
If
C.
Like a low C for this, because you can't even.
I'm gonna give this one a C.
I'm gonna go C as well. It is pretty flat. I consider D, but you know what? I like Sam's Urge, so I'll go C. Okay. All right. Now moving back up the east a little bit to the northeast, the New England Revolution. I want to get your thoughts before I give my own on this one.
I like the unique design.
Yeah,
I think you have the lines coming out of the shield, so the shield actually plays a part in it. Even though it does kind of play to Gillette's theme for a lot of their stuff, I've noticed. But but then again, that means the design took some thought. So it actually covers a whole bunch of things. So I'll give this one an A.
Okay. Mitch?
A.
Okay.
I really like it's like a firework to me. It feels like it's going off fireworks.
It gets it involved.
So
one of the things that I think also works with this, because it's so, I guess we'll say, busy in the middle, because you talked about the fact that, it showcases the logo because you have the lines in there and, everything underneath. The arms, however, are a solid color. I think if that actually also had all this going on, I think it might be a little bit too busy, but I feel like it gives another little edge to this, just a tiny bit. I would go S on this, but you guys said A, right?
I went A, yeah, personally.
Okay. Mitch, you said A too?
yes.
Okay. So we'll go with the A on that one. Majority rules, but like I said, I like it. Again, it's a daring look, but it's not like so overpowering. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now it's time for the team that basically I've been covering for 6 years. And most of the subscribers on this channel probably were coming in to expect, to get an idea of what I thought about the new kit for the New York City Football Club, in this case here. I mentioned this on Twitter. Apparently it was pretty popular that I said that, so I'll take the wins there. I dig this, and I'm not saying it because I cover the team. I am not saying it because I, know the players and all this kind of stuff. I'm saying it because I like the blue. They've used a lighter blue in the past. I was never a big fan of that. They used green a couple of years ago, which was really, really nice. It really stood out. But as a team that's called the Boys in Blue, this is like the perfect, RGB type of blue for me. And I think it offsets the logo and the Etihad really well with the stripes on the top. I am saying this as an objective person. Got to keep saying that. I will go S on this one.
Okay. I wouldn't go so high with the S, but it's kind of like my thoughts of that I had with LAFC with the black and gold, but I do like the pattern design behind it. Really nice, like a tessellation repeating pattern.
Ooh.
Like I think tessellation is probably the wrong term, but it has like that repeating circle pattern, kind of like a kaleidoscope. That's a better word. Which I think actually looks really, really nice. Has like the really nice texture behind it. That would be kind of hard to see while playing, of course, because there's not enough contrast to really make it stand out. So, I give it a high B.
Okay, Mitch. I went S. He went B. You're gonna be the deciding vote on this one, sir.
I don't know if I should put my Philadelphia fandom into this, or should I go with... I'm going to go with my honest answer here. I'm going to go with my honest critique here. I love the blue.
Okay.
I really, really like the blue. It's something we haven't seen yet, and I find that really unique. I feel like it needs a little bit more white. It's not perfect to me at all, so... I'm going to give this one a B. I feel like it needs something else. I love the blue.
Okay, so Kyle, you gave it a B. I gave it an S, right?
Yep.
Okay. Do you think we can make that a low A?
Be an A?
You think we can make it a low A on this one? Just to appease the people that are watching this right now.
So you're trying to be like, hey, I cover your team, love your jerseys, give me some money on that end.
Well, 2 out of the 3 on that one. The money I don't. Remember, these guys live in New York City. I'm not sure how much they have. So
true.
But okay. So overall, I can live with an A on that one. I think this is solid overall. And again, it's been pretty well received by the fan base as well. I've seen that outright. All right. So moving across the Hudson over to Harrison. Harrison, New Jersey, by the way, and the New York Red Bulls of New Jersey. Sticking with the Red Bulls in this case here, sticking with the red and black. Do one of you guys want to start this off before I go into my own thoughts?
Sure, I'll start it. Personally, I think it's a great design. As silly as like the whole Red Bull name, literally naming the team after their main sponsor.
We're leaving the logos and the teams out of that.
Yeah. But I've always liked how this design has been. The contrast is really good. It pops. You can see it when they're playing. Like this is one of my S rank designs. I've always loved this type of pattern and design. I think it's done really, really well, and they've pretty much used it for a while. So it's notable. Like they know that they hit a good they hit a good note.
Mitch?
For me, you know what this reminds me of? What is that movie that goes, Yes Man with Jim Carrey, with the Red Bull? That's the first thing I think of. Red Bull.
That's not what has come
So
to
for-
my attention on this jersey. I'll get to that in a sec.
So for me, because I love that movie so much, I love Jim Carrey, I'm going to give this one an A.
Okay. Do you know how many comments I've seen on Twitter saying this looks like the Upside Down?
I thought about that. I swear to
I have
God, I
seen
thought about
so
that
many
before.
comments about this being the Upside Down, and we need to have like Kate Bush running up that hill. That having been said, though, I do like it. It's a little over lightning bolty, basically a little bit more of the design there, but I can get behind it pretty well. I can go with an A on this one. I really can. I think again, it's a daring kit. It's trying to do something. It's trying to stand out. And as a team that is also, despite the corporate aspect being as big as it is, it does get overshadowed pretty heavily over there. So I think they're really trying with something like this, and I like that. So I go A. Kyle, I think you said S.
Yeah, I said S.
And Mitch, how about yourself, sir?
I said B.
Said B. All right, so straight A it is. Straight up A. All right, reaching the home stretch at this point. Now we're into the letter P. The Portland Timbers. Kyle, do you want to go first?
I am not sure if the image.
Yeah.
Let me check the other image for this one, because this one looks
Yeah,
it looks like it's almost out of focus.
It really does. Are we looking at the same thing here?
I'm looking at the other image. Yeah, that one. That's their color scheme. That it's a very, very subdued. Just it's like you either turned up the brightness too high, or it's like there's no contrast. There's not enough contrast on it. This one's actually one of my D's.
Yeah, it's just
it's even with the pattern.
They've had great kits in the past. It just, I don't know. It just feels like it's something basically you wear as a bed sheet.
I wouldn't even say bed sheet. It's just like
we have bed sheets of this color, by the way.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. It's just there needs to be some contrast on this. Like everything being like just like I said, the brightness is too high.
Yeah.
It feels like it was a last minute. Oh crap! I need to get a design within 5 minutes. So we're just taking this one, upping the brightness and submitting it, and being surprised when they said, "Oh, this looks great." So it's like, right. No, I'm not a fan of this one.
So you're going D?
I'm going D.
All right. Same here, by the way, Mitch.
Can I go lower?
Because this will be our first F.
We don't actually have an F on this category, but I'd make one up. So.
Yeah, please do, because this really belongs down there.
It's 2 Ds and an F.
Because what the hell's going on here?
It would math out.
Oh.
Like I wouldn't even. It's like it. Yeah, it's just the pattern. It's like the too much brightness just destroys everything else about the jersey.
Yeah,
which is a shame.
It's just not even the brightness, dude. It's not even that. The font is too small.
Other ones have smaller fonts too, like DC's font was small. Columbus's font is small. Carvana's is small, but it at least has like the contrast that makes it pop out a bit more. This one just,
I gotta ask you guys this. I'm not a soccer guy. Is this team good?
Typically, yeah.
Yeah, typically.
Yeah.
Or at least they put up a fight.
Yeah. They have relevant games in September and October every single year.
Yeah.
There's been
so basically, you guys are telling me they only watch for the players. They don't give a crap about the jerseys.
Basically, yeah. Because in this case here, Oregon doesn't really have a lot of. I mean, it's got the Oregon Ducks, but as a state goes, I mean, what else they have? They have a team. Oh, Portland, they have Trailblazers too, but as a state, they really don't have a lot, especially by comparison to say like Seattle up north or California if you go south. So they have a chance to really stand out as a team, and they've done pretty well from an attendance standpoint. It's just, I guess, like I said, it's just two colors that are just too close together, and they're too faded.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's far too faded for Yeah. So no, this one's a solid D at highest for me.
Yeah. All right.
So are we going F?
I don't have an F on this category. So in this case, because we have two Ds and an F, by technicality, the Ds win. So this is a low D, D minus in this case. It is ranking higher than than Inter Miami is. No.
Yeah, no, I would put I put Inter Miami higher, easily higher.
Yeah, I could, because again, that pig.
I gotta say this. You guys are gonna laugh what I'm about to say. The Las Vegas Raiders are better than the jersey.
I haven't seen the Raiders jersey yet.
No, I'm just saying.
You're saying the team is better.
Yeah.
Well, at least you didn't say the Jets. So
one of my best friends is a Jets fan, so I'm like, I'll stay back.
Many people within Stream Punk are suffering Jets fans. I do feel their pain.
But yeah.
All right. So moving into the last, I believe, 9 at this point.
There's a lot of jerseys.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's 30 actually.
Mm-hmm.
So
let's keep going.
But Real
It's 30.
Charge.
Oh wow.
Yep. So yeah, Real Salt Lake. Running with the red and blue in this case here. They got the gold going on, which is a real nice look to it. It's got the horizontal stripes, which I'm typically not crazy about, but I will say overall, it is a nice look. It feels right. I think the colors offset it a little bit. Again, on the sleeve, there's nothing going on, which also showcases the center a little bit more. I can go B.
I like it. So, but there's just one little caveat for the two jerseys that have the horizontal stripes. Why do both of them have the same color scheme?
That is curious. So yeah,
I feel it's like
Dallas, yeah.
it's like if I gave whatever I gave FC Dallas, I'm giving to this one because it's the exact same jersey, a B. So it's like, yeah, it's a solid design. It's just it feels like those two teams copied each other's homework. It's just rather than red blue red or red blue, it's blue red blue red.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, come on! Out of all the color schemes and pattern designs, you two have the same color scheme and the same pattern. Really?
Well, like I said, at least they're daring with it. So, and again, I think the colors really work. I'm going to bump it up to an A. To be honest with you, I'm going to switch to an A.
If I gave the FC Dallas a B, I'm giving this a B as well.
All right, fair enough. Mitch?
So, what's the first thing I think of when I see this? Harry Potter. I think of Quidditch.
Kinda, yeah.
I honestly think of Quidditch. They're on the roof. I'm telling you, this is Harry Potter. And I'm not the biggest Harry Potter fan. I am not. So for me, you guys what? Gave it both an A?
I gave it an A. He gave it a B.
I'm going to give this one a C.
Okay.
B's the average.
B takes it.
It's a B.
Yeah.
It's a B.
It is right next to FC Dallas.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Here, hang on a sec. Okay. Yeah. Now we'll do that way. So, okie dokes.
But am I right? It looks like Harry Potter.
Oh yeah. That's the whole stripe thing. That it's the striped polo.
Yeah.
That it's a common pattern.
I only remember like Slytherin was green and black. Gryffindor was gold, I think, right?
I believe so.
Yes.
All right.
I know Ravenclaw was blue.
Okay, Hufflepuff. I don't remember. All I remember
I think
is
that's either red or green. I forget which one.
And then if you want to really expand out to the other schools, like the one in Philadelphia with like Thunderbird and Pudge Wuggy and all those guys.
That's all. No, we're not doing that.
That's really deep diving the canon a little bit there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yellow and black. There we go. Hufflepuff's yellow.
Now we're going on to the Philadelphia Union. I am deliberately going to have Mitch start this one off as the not. Okay.
S. S.
Okay.
S.
Do you care to elaborate besides your Philadelphia loyalty?
Okay. I really like it. All right, hold on.
He's going to zoom this.
I really like the design. The letters actually stand out. I really, really like the gold here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't even think it would be like that, honestly. And the collar with the, what is that, light blue on the top?
Yeah, the third color.
That's in the back of the collar.
Yeah. A blink and you'll miss it.
Yeah. I'm going with an S.
Wow. Okay. Kyle?
Not even because of covering the team. I actually give this an S because it stands out, like the lettering and the shield stand out, and the pattern it's not just like a generic pattern, it's actual images
Yes.
of associated with Philly. So like that, it's a subtle detail, and there's enough contrast in it that you can actually see it. As opposed to say like NYCFC, where it's like, yeah, there's some contrast, so you could kind of see the pattern. This you could actually see the different different elements to it. Like you see the Bill of Rights, you see the Constitution, you see all the buildings.
Ben Franklin up in the corner.
Yep, you see Ben Franklin up in the corner. I think there was effort put into this, and I appreciate
Mitch,
effort.
can you hear me?
Yeah. What was that? I'm sorry.
Okay. We might have had a burp on that one, so I'll roll with this for a sec. Yeah, no, in this case, there you go, Kyle.
Yeah,
welcome back.
Yeah, no. Oh, did I crap out again?
For a quick second, yeah, we were just about to talk.
I did too. I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah.
All right. So do I need to go again? Explain it
just
again?
Just to elaborate, basically you're talking about underneath, the images underneath.
The images have enough contrast that you could actually read them, as you said. So you see Ben Franklin, you see like the documents, you see the buildings, like there was effort put into this, and I appreciate that. So it's like compared to say like NYCFC, where it's like, yeah, it has nice detail to it, but the contrast is a little too subdued to make it really viewable and pop out. Philly put the effort in, and it works with the blue and gold works really, really well. And yeah, no, I might actually pick one of these jerseys up. Nice. So yeah, no, this one gets an S for me, and not just because I covered the team.
All right. So now, as someone who does not cover the team, someone who covers the rival up the turnpike, the New York City Football Club in this case here, a very long history there. I was there in the press box in 2021 in the Eastern Conference Finals, otherwise known as the COVID game, when a young, brand new, unknown Matt Freese had to start for the Philadelphia Union because of, over a dozen players, I think even upwards of 20 players on Philadelphia got COVID. So I was there for that, my first year covering NYCFC, and I've covered them the whole way through. This kit deserves an S, if not higher.
Yeah, no.
This kit is absolutely fantastic. I just, like you guys already said, the blue and the gold, they stick with the colors they're used to in this case here. I like it better than what they had last year with the Simpsons looking thing going on. We had the clouds going. This one has such a subtle thing to it where you can look at this kit for 10 minutes and not find every subtlety to it.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful. That is amazing. I mean, like I said, you got the Bill of Rights, you got Ben Franklin. You can really deep dive this thing, and maybe people on YouTube have. Have you seen this part? Have you seen this part? This. And it really makes it a very gutsy.
It has a declaration, not the Bill of Rights.
Yes, this could have gone so far south so quickly if it wasn't done to perfection, but it was. And this, if I could give this thing a higher than S, I absolutely would. But S is as high as we go, so we are going S all the way to the top.
S plus.
S plus. Switching that one over, moving Minnesota over. So, sorry, NYCFC fans, you got to admit it's pretty badass.
Yeah, they did.
But
they did a good
yeah,
job
dude, I freaking love it. I do. Okay, home stretch at this point, gentlemen. We're going to San Diego now. San Diego had a good start in their first season last year. I really like the team. I really like the city. My wife was just out there a couple months ago visiting family. What do you think of the kit here?
I actually really like this one too. Like
you do
the orange and blue. It starts off with the white base, which fine, whatever. But the pattern and design I think works really, really well. Just kind of like what was it? Like kind of like what the Houston Dynamo did.
FC Cincinnati had the same color scheme.
Yeah, which is this is more what they could have done with the color scheme. Even though it's mostly white, but the lines and the colors really pop out, and it kind of gives it like a same like cracking style as like say like the Houston Dynamo. So yeah, no, I like this one. This one's an A+ for me. Fair.
Okay, Mitch.
I like it. I really like it. It feels like, what is that? It's like this. What game is it? It's
What year
like
is it?
I'm trying to think of it. Screw it. Never mind. I just really like the colors, and I'm not a fan of DirecTV. I have Xfinity, so that's a rival of mine. So I'm gonna go with an A.
Okay.
I really like the colors.
I like it for the most part. I feel it's a little too barbed wire fancy, but
Yeah.
I can get behind that. I was going to go B myself, but if you guys want to go A on that, I don't have a problem there. I think overall, again, I really like the city. I really like the fact that they have something to get behind because the Padres are always mid. They lost the Chargers a few years ago, and the city deserves somebody to get behind. And they haven't really had like a new franchise since like the Alliance of American Football. If you remember, like 2017 when they had the San Diego Fleet. My wife still mourns the loss of the Fleet.
Wow.
Yeah, it was the AAF. I think it was 2019 actually. It was the precursor to the XFL, and it folded after like 7 games because they didn't have any money. So all the players, wherever they were in the country, they're like, "Sorry, you got to get home on your own dime. We don't have any money. I'm 3,000 miles away. We apologize for any inconvenience." And yeah, it sucked. And then COVID killed the XFL the following year. But now San Diego is a city that deserves a good sports franchise. And I think their soccer team over there really can be that. Anders Dreyer and everybody else, I think there's something special there. And you know what? They got pretty far last year. Sophomore curiosity, though, I admit. So, okie dokes. Now, what do you guys think of this one?
Well, by that tone, you don't really like it.
I want to see how you guys feel a little bit first.
Personally, I feel it's like while I love the color scheme. That's like it's a very Seattle, it's a very Seattle color scheme with the light green and the blue. Like I love the color scheme. They could have done so much more because for all of Seattle's other teams, their jerseys are great.
They stand out. Yeah.
Yeah. This one is just it. It feels like an afterthought, and I'm very sad about that. It's like you can't read anything on it. You see the shield, which is nice, but yeah, no, this one kind of falls into the same pit as the Timbers, to be honest. So
really,
I actually give this one a D plus maybe. It's like it's better than the Timbers, but it's only because I like the color scheme. But otherwise, everything else about it just I would say screams, but it's so boring it doesn't even scream. Which is a shame because, like I said, I love the color scheme.
Mitch?
I really like the color scheme as well. The green really stands out, but I don't know. It's just not sitting well with me. I'm going to give this one a C minus.
All right. I agree with you guys for the most part. I think this kit, the color scheme itself needs, is there, I guess it's seafoam green in this case, offset with the blue. It just needs a little more. It just feels too much like a t-shirt to me. I will not go as low as Kyle. It's
the same problem as Miami's jersey.
Yeah.
I think it's boring and they could have done so much more with it.
I don't know. I think it's better than Miami's jersey, to be honest. But
it's on the same level as, in my opinion.
I can go C at that. Are you guys cool with the C on this?
I'm going D. Mitch is very low C, so we'll see how that balances out.
So kind of like basically after the sorry about that. Hang on a sec. After the 3 yellow C's there, we got a seafoam green.
Yeah, it's like,
actually, you know what?
No, personally, it's like I said, I put it in the same pool as Miami and maybe just above Nashville.
And like you said, with all of the other jerseys that they have out there, basically the Super Bowl winning, the Seahawks, the Kraken, the Mariner, they do have colors that stand out, that have a vibrancy. Yeah. This does feel almost like an afterthought. It feels like a T-shirt you pick up at Walmart.
Or not, it just feels like there was no effort put into it, and which is a shame because you have a really good color scheme to use.
Yeah, and they've used, and the Seahawks have used this green before because they have that top to bottom seafoam green.
Yeah. And I even did photos at a game where they played the Union, and I thought the kits looked great last year. I don't know why they made them kind of meh this year.
I didn't know that. Yeah, I haven't. I don't think I've even seen a Seattle game at this point.
It got rained out.
That's right. There was a, yeah. Okay, I remember that now. Okay, we're down to the last 5. What they're calling the Tina Turner kit in this case here. St. Louis is debuting the gold in this case, going away from the red a little bit that they've used previously.
Are they actually that shiny?
I don't know. I mean, every image I've seen so far said yes.
I was gonna say it's because, like, yeah, where is it? Oh no, yeah, no, that's actually metallic gold. Okay, yeah. That's different. That's a little.
I hated it at first, but I don't like it. I don't dislike it as much as I did like 2 days ago.
The fact that it's metallic makes it stand out from the other solid color shirts.
You're saying basically it's a better version than maybe like
I do say so, yes, because it's like, yeah, it's a solid color, but at least they do something with the solid color. Like, yeah, so and looking at all the other images I'm seeing on here, it is shiny gold. So so that just makes it stand out in and of itself, because none of the other jerseys have like a metallic style to it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, at least they're doing something with the solid color, and of course it's like the gold and black, but the flip side of gold and black. But still, while it is solid color, I would give it a like with the other solid colors, I give it a C+, C+.
Okay,
but like I said, the metallic is good. Good choice.
Yeah, I would actually go as high as B on this one personally, but that's just me. Mitch?
I'm gonna go with the A- on this one.
Okay.
I really like the gold. I really like it. We haven't seen a color like this yet, so for that, I'm giving this an A-.
All right, so we got an A-, we got a B and a C, so right down the middle on that one. Nice.
B.
Yep. B. Okay.
But I do, like I said,
a lot of B's, a lot of C's.
It's like, good choice with the metallic. Wish they did some more, to have like another little, say, like just like a solid matte stripe somewhere on it, just to give it a little contrast, which I think would be really, really cool. But for what it's worth, I think it's a good choice.
All right. Sporting KC, going with the blue and the purple in this case here, with their new sporting director, Mr. David Lee. I spent many years working with him. Cool guy. Congratulations. Good win on that side. They did complain a little bit. He didn't actually pick up enough players, but that may not have been his decision to make. But as far as the kit goes, what do you guys think?
I like the purple. I really like the purple here. It stands out. The light blue as well. I feel like there's something missing. I really feel like there's something missing here. I'm gonna give this one I'll give this one a C.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love the design. Like the diamonds are really, really good, and how it slowly changes color throughout. I think that's a really good choice, and it has like the vertical pattern. So you have like the center where you have like your logo that makes it stand out. The shield fits inside one of the diamonds, which I think is a good choice. And I like the color scheme. I'm giving this one an A.
All right.
This is probably one of my top 5.
It is pretty daring. You know, I have to say, I would probably go very low A, high B on this one. But it's because of the same reasons you guys said. Because the colors, it's a good choice color on that. It's trying to do something.
Yes.
It's trying to showcase it, that it is standing out a little bit. And I do dig that. Maybe something below the compass on the logo there, because I feel it's a little flat at the bottom. But I can go with the B on that if you guys are all right overall with that.
I see. It's like, well, I would say the same thing about like how they could have done something on the bottom, but then that would disrupt the pattern that it has. And so I think that having nothing on the bottom and the center, I think that would be a better choice than having something on there.
Okay.
So overall, but yeah, no, like I said, overall, this is probably number 5 in my top 5. I like it.
Nice.
Number A.
Okay.
This is A. Solid A.
All right. And Mitch, you said C?
Yeah.
All right. B's went out. Dropping you right in the middle there. All right. So we are down to our last 3 in this case. We are down to the last one in the United States with the San Jose Earthquakes. They're going with a little bit of a different color style this time around, a little bit lighter. Shout out to Ted Ramey, cool dude over there. Kyle, do you have any thoughts out of the gate?
I I actually like I like the color scheme and how the lines on the shoulders is actually a different color scheme than the rest of the jersey than the pattern on the jersey. I think that's a good choice. I like the spiral. It's unique. While the color scheme, I think probably it doesn't pop out as much as say like what's it called? What was that? What was the other one that I liked? Like the Montreal one, but it's like I don't think it pops out as much as that design. Like with like how that one does like the digital. This one is just straight spiral, but still it's like it's an Arctic color scheme, which I love. So I would give this one an A-.
Nice. Okay.
A-, yeah, maybe
Mitch?
B+, B+ at the least.
I'm gonna give this one an A.
Okay.
I got this one as an A. You know what this reminds me of? When you're at camp doing tie-dye.
It does have a tie-dye.
Really what tie-dye is. It's all, you put rubber bands around it, and it's like you dip it in that color, dip it in that color. And it's also like one of those hippie vibes. So it's just like if you want to wear a hippie shirt.
It's an Arctic tie-dye.
Yeah, I'm going to give this one an A.
Nice. You kind of convinced me because originally I liked the colors that they had previously, the darker blue.
Yes,
but
I do agree there.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like the white on the lighter blue doesn't work as well. However, the design does offset it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It does have that more artistic feel to it, that, I guess, Northern California feel, maybe a little bit there too. It does also, if you notice, it also kind of has the same color schematic, I think, as the San Jose Sharks. So, I think the Sharks,
makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
So I like that part of it. I do like the way it kind of curves at the bottom a little bit. I was going to go B on this. You guys said A, right?
I went A-.
Okay.
Mitch went A.
I went A because I want to be a hippie.
There you go.
Personally, though, I like the previous one better than this because like it's kind of like a cybery neon-y style.
Mm-hmm.
But
yep.
But no, this one's an A as well.
Okay. All right.
To me,
we'll give it a low. So yeah, okay. So basically, yeah. So you got a low A on this one. I can go behind that. Again, shout out to Ted Ramey, who is not only the broadcaster for the San Jose Earthquakes, but I believe he is once again doing the San Jose Sharks this year. So he is running double dip on both San Jose teams, pretty much as a solo guy. So I think he's a co-host, but that's a hell of a lot of work for that man. So credit there.
But by the way, if any of these teams wants to send me a jersey, that would automatically increase your grade by 1.
That's true. Yes. By the way, I also want to point out the fact that we have a history that whatever team we cover for the first time either makes it to whatever final it is or, in fact, wins the finals. The last 5 teams that we've covered for the first time, we've had 3 championships and 2 finals in the first year we've covered them. Want to point that one out? I have that as a literal resume. So anybody's interested, wants to pay us money, we'll cover your team. All right.
And we're going to go, everyone grab a white t-shirt because we're going to go tie-dye.
Exactly. There you go. Listen, San Jose is nice,
Yeah. Hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, it's dead of winter.
Toronto's more my weather type.
Well, speaking of Toronto, we're moving to Toronto with this one right now. I don't know if that segue was on purpose or not, but it certainly seemed to work really well. Our last 2 teams are in the north here. Toronto running with the stripe down the middle, running the BMO, leaving out the fact the team has struggled the last few seasons. The red and white is okay, but I don't know. It feels flat to me. I'm going C.
It is kind of flat. I do agree there, but there at least is a design on it compared to some of the other ones. Like I'm glad that they at least have something that's somewhat unique. I think the line should have been off center. But then that would disrupt the shield and the Adidas logo, etc. So I understand why. It's like the opposite. It's the opposite of the Compass Minerals one. But yeah,
here's the problem. Also, if you're lying on your back, it almost looks like a cartoon where a car drove over you.
Which kind of like what the other teams have been doing to them. But yeah. So I could go with a high C on it because it's better than a solid color, but it's just the design is kind of flat on it.
All right, Mitch.
I'm gonna give this one a C because it feels like a kindergartner did this. It feels like here's a shirt, color whatever you want. Okay, here's an Adidas logo. Here's some lines down the middle. Oh, leave some space for the sponsor, and then you got the shield on the right.
Nice.
So, C.
All right, gentlemen, our last one, Vancouver. The Whitecaps going with the blue and white again. Pretty heavy on the blue, kind of light on the white. Mitch, if you want to start this off, let me know.
I'll start. I actually like this more than the Toronto one.
Fair.
I think it has to do with the collar and the color on the sleeves right there. I really like it. I don't know why, but I'm going to give this one a B.
Okay. Kyle?
They could have done so much more with it. But as Mitch mentioned, I love the pattern of the collar and the sleeves.
Yes.
I really, really do.
Yeah.
So it's like it saves it a little bit compared to the other solid color shirts, but it's still just they could have done more. I feel that they could have done more. Solid color, just standard, not doing much. Like it doesn't, like no metallic, no pattern, no nothing. But granted, yes, the pattern is on the collar and the sleeves, which is a contrast. I think they should have added another stripe on the bottom at the very least.
Okay.
But
Fair.
One's, it's like with all the other solid colors, C.
All right. I could see both perspectives. I'm going to go low B on this one, only because I do like the colors, the way they offset each other. Yeah, it does feel a little flat. It does feel like it deserves a little bit more. Maybe, like you said, one horizontal stripe at the bottom I think would have been plenty, because it's just there's too much empty space. But having said that, the colors still work, same as they always do with Vancouver. And like I said, the collar itself and the shirt sleeves are really nice. Yeah, I'll go B. How about you guys?
I will say that it is better than the World Baseball Classic Great Britain jersey from a couple years back.
Hey, they improved that. I think
yes, they did. They added a stripe.
Yay, good job.
Yay.
So,
but I still personally give this one a C. A C plus, sure, but still a C because like with all the other solid jerseys.
So, all right.
Yep. I gave this one a B.
Yeah, the B's went out, but on the lower end.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, gents, thank you for the time on that. I appreciate it. I like the input. I like the what your thoughts were there. Any final thoughts?
Can we get a look at the final standings?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
See what we
Sorry,
got.
I thought you saw that.
Yeah. Let's do that. And so I'm gonna go tie-dye a shirt while playing Quidditch.
Oh, yes. Okay.
You know what? The bell curve seems pretty good. A lot like some of these C's probably could have been a D if we had like an F ranking, but yeah. So no, this looks pretty well split up, I think.
Okay, I can get behind that. So basically all of them pretty much running right down the middle. Two at the very top, two at the very bottom, and for the most part, no Homer loyalty here, I think.
Aside from Mitch with Philly, but
well, I mean, I guess maybe I should have clarified by saying no Homer loyalty on my side, given the fact that I literally said that the Philadelphia Union had the best kid in the entire MLS this year. So
yeah, but objectively, I think Philly has the best one. Objectively.
And then we all pretty much
I appreciate
we all agree in this case here that Portland is on the low end of this. You could have done better.
Yeah.
I hated the Portland one.
I wouldn't say I hated it. It just felt it's like it was washed a few too many times.
It felt like it was pixelated.
Well, it did feel pretty flat. Yeah.
The pixelated one is the pixelated one technically is Montreal, but
a shirt you get in the 80s. Just like a shirt I would wear to school when I was a kid. But
it feels more like a penny that you would get in gym class.
Fair. All right, gents. Any final thoughts on this, Mitch, Kyle?
I would love to see more patterns and more use of the open space on jerseys. I really would. Especially with MLS increasing in popularity, this is a fantastic opportunity to establish that. Sure, you can have like a solid design if you need to, just to offset, say, like home and away or something like that.
Also on the heels of World Cup too.
Or on the heels of World Cup, yep. But it's like you have so many options to go with just add a little stripe on the side, or add something on the bottom edge, or just a little bit, or even just have like a subtle pattern behind it. Like I thought Orlando could have been Orlando. I liked, but it needed a bit more contrast so that pattern would stand out a bit more. Okay. So, but yeah, I hope that we see some more intricate designs. I really do.
Mitch, anything else?
I really had fun learning about these jerseys, even though I don't watch soccer. So, or football,
exactly, yes.
But yeah, this was fun.
Yeah. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you agree with our comments? Do you disagree? Do you like them? Do you dislike them? Kyle, thank you again for everything. You'll be working alongside the Philadelphia Union. You'll be down on the pitch at Subaru Park taking pics. I appreciate that. Mitch, thank you for everything that you do on the Philadelphia side, more on the football and the NFL side of things, and also the 76ers, but grateful for it just the same. Anyway, Streampunk Soccer, thanks for the time. Take care. Stay awesome.